This video is all about core aeration, as opposed to spike or liquid aeration. If you are interested in liquid aeration, you will find a video of liquid aeration on my channel, amongst my videos on my channel. One of the main reasons you would core aerate your lawn is to reduce compaction of your soil. Your soil, made up of aggregate, has what's called macro pores, the space between the aggregate. And with things like foot traffic, lawn equipment, you may have construction workers, there could be drought, long-standing water, all can push down on that soil, even gravity, push down on that soil, and after time, it becomes compacted. Those macro pores get squeezed into micro pores, micro space. When you core aerate, as we said, we're pulling plugs out of the ground, which will allow for water and nutrient uptake from your plant. It allows for airflow, that is oxygen in. It can protect against heat stress and drought and improve the overall growing conditions of your turf. Of course, the average homeowner doesn't have an aerating machine at home. So what do? Well, you can go buy yourself a manual tool that pushes into the ground. Step it in, push it into the ground, pull it up, and it'll pull plugs with it. That's okay for a very small area. But realistically, you're probably going to want to go check out one of the large hardware stores, any place that rents garden equipment, and you'll find aerating machines there. You can also check places like Facebook Marketplace or online classified ads. You may find people who will rent an aerator there. Alternatively, you may also find in those same locations somebody who will come and aerate your lawn for you. Of course, some landscape companies will do that as well, but sometimes you'll find that it might be cheaper to find an individual that's all that they do. It's important to know how to operate one of these machines before you take it away from the place that you rent it. Many of them are a turn switch and pull start. Some of them could be an electric start. There is normally a throttle adjustment. I tend to put my throttle on low to start and then increase it if need be. Second thing to know before you even start one of these machines is there's generally a lever that needs to be in the up position. The up position lifts the tines off the ground and allows you to move the machine around freely. You may see, check some videos out, you may see people lifting these machines and turning them around. You don't need to do that. You push that lever into the down position to put the tines into the ground, and then when you go to turn, you lift that lever back up and it rolls smoothly, almost like a lawnmower. Push it back down and away you go. So when do you aerate your lawn? Well, when it's compacted, yeah, that would be one time for sure. If you're about to do a lawn renovation, be part of the steps that you would take to do a lawn renovation. Also, early spring and early fall are two other times that you would core aerate your lawn. Some things to consider before you start to aerate your lawn. Number one, the level of thatch. Although core aeration helps to break down thatch, if you have over a ½ inch of thatch, ½ inch or lower is actually good for your lawn. If you have more than a ½ inch of thatch on your lawn, you might want to rent a dethatcher and dethatch your lawn. You can also get a dethatching rake or use a hand rake, a regular rake, to help pull up some thatch. Something else to consider is the condition of your soil at the time of aeration. It can't be too wet. If it's sopping wet and you go over it with the core aerating machine, it's going to make a mess. It's going to rip up parts of your lawn. If it's too dry, it's not going to be able to get its tines down into the earth. And it could potentially damage your lawn at that point too. So not too hard, not too soft. There's a bit of a Goldilocks zone there, I suspect. Some of the companies out there that may come out and do a core aeration for your lawn may just do a directional pass. They'll go one direction back and forth. Personally, I'm going to go one direction and then cross and go the other direction. This opens up more holes, further reduces compaction, and allows for a greater water, nutrient, and airflow into the roots of the plant. Additionally, once you're done aerating your lawn, you'll hear some people say, oh, pick those plugs up and get rid of them. Truthfully, those plugs are loaded with nutrients and microorganisms that will then feed your lawn. If you leave those on your lawn, they will break down naturally. What I tend to do is, after I've aerated, I'll leave it for a couple days to dry out, and then go over my lawn on a bit of a lower setting with my mower. That'll break up some of the plugs that are remaining. Following that, I'll come back with a compost or topsoil and lay a layer across the lawn. That compost will make its way into the soil, and it will increase or improve the growing conditions of my lawn going forward. So from here forward, the rest of the video is just me operating the machine. This will give you an idea of how you may be able to operate it as well. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'd appreciate it if you can subscribe to my channel. My next video coming out will be on a complete springtime lawn renovation. All the steps and everything you need to complete one yourself.